Brisbane domestic.
Australian summers do not make for good hiking weather, especially up here in Queensland. There is one exception to that rule, a small island just south of the mainland, promising cool temperatures year-round, where 40% of the land is protected by national parks and wilderness areas, Tasmania. My adventure would begin in the state capital of Hobart, taking part in a local park run, exploring the city, and climbing out Mount Wellington. Walking up Kunanyi felt worlds apart from the hustle and bustle of the CBD that was only a stone's throw away. Instead of modern concrete offices and colonial sandstone hotels, I was surrounded by native vegetation, basalt columns, and of course, a certain spiky friend.
Well, bye-bye Hobart. It was nice knowing you, I guess.
My visit to Hobart and Mount Wellington was merely the prologue of my Tasmanian expedition. To begin the main storyline, I would have to take a short coach ride up to Launceston, meeting up with the companions that would be joining me on this journey.
Hello! Oh, hello!
Here you go. how take it?
Okay. Let's introduce everyone properly. These lovely people I would be spending the next week with are Dan.
Heat and humidity, sir. That is what I am accustomed to.
Hamilton.
Trying to just beat me, it's this bad rock. Like he got stitched.
And Beck.
Oh yeah. Also, I'm kind of down.
We wouldn't be spending much time in Launceston, just long enough to visit Cataract Gorge and collect the supplies we need before setting off on one of Australia's premier hiking tracks, the Overland.
The whole package.
For the next 5 days, we would walk over 65 kilometers from the foot of Cradle Mountain to the head of Lake St Clair, passing by towering mountains, historic huts, and ancient rainforests along the way.
I really don't feel safe because there's no pads.
Yeah, I don't know why you're doing this. Like, we didn't dare you or anything. You're just doing this out of your own free will.
It's trained for years to get to this point. Sometimes he'd come to do a run and then just have to turn back. Oh, come on.
John, I knew.
Yoink. And there you are. Yoink. See, watching the food in action.
Have you ever tried raw mince before?
Alright, no, don't do that.
Well, he just did it.
This is what I look like.
Dan may have had a bit too much spice.
Yeah,
And now we're all dying.
You can't smell it through the screen, but it's a lot.
A shuttle picked us up from Launceston bright and early, taking the four of us on the 2-hour journey to the Cradle Mountain Visitor Centre, where our journey would begin.
Heat and humidity, sir. That is what I am accustomed to. That's not how that works.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
No, it's just...
Look at my new jumper.
Alright. Alright, welcome to Ronnie Creek. Day one of the Overland Track. For these crazy people right here. Don't. Turbo truck. turbo chook.
Having been warmly welcomed by the native fauna, I got settled back into the hiking rhythms that I've grown to love over the years, placing one foot in front of the other and marvelling at the gorgeous views of the Tasmanian Central Highlands. The climb up to Marian's Lookout started out gently, working our way up some very well-groomed paths underneath cool, overcast skies. That is, until we hit the change section.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's easier just to put your head down and muscle through than it is to stop and have to restart, because Newton's second law says that an object in motion will stay in motion, which means you need more energy to restart the motion unless you stay in motion until the top.
That's Newton's first law.
I stand corrected.
Let's have a quick look. Yeah, Tasmania. All right, what do we got? Oh, it's not good.
You reckon we'd lowball him for the Octavia?
Worth a shout.
A few sprinkles of rain began to fall on our approach to Kitchen Hut, but not enough to dampen our spirits on what had been a wonderful introduction to the trail. Once it passed, it was only fitting that we should have a crack at reaching the top of one of Tasmania's most iconic mountains.
Welcome to Cradle Mountain. Look at the views, they're amazing. All right, just made down Cradle Mountain. Okay, just in time for the rain to start. We now have 5 k's to our first hut at Waterfall Valley.
The crowds completely disappeared as we continued on our southward journey, following a path over the exposed alpine plateau, passing by small tarns along the way.
Wow. Hang on, we reload. That was alright. That was alright, I need to get lower though. Let's go! Is this the hut or are these the private?
This is the hut. Yeah. Oh, how good. So, for dinner tonight, I've gone with the classic Radix Peri Peri, as all good hikers should. Meanwhile, Daniel over here has packed mince,
Bit of a bolognese.
sauce,
Cheese, pastas.
and Hamilton over there is cooking pasta. They brought stuff for a bolognese on trail. There you go.
Bolognese. We thought, man, it's gonna make the first night good.
All right, starting day 2 of the Overland Track. Barn Bluff is looking lovely this morning, so Hamilton and I are going to go summit the mountain. Bit chilly, but we'll warm up fast.
After the lengthy climbs yesterday, Beck and Dan opted for an easier day of going straight to the next hut. Seeing as we'd missed witnessing any sort of view from the top of Cradle yesterday, it seemed only fitting to Hamilton and myself that we should try again on Barn Bluff.
Working hard. Hopefully the views are good from the top. Very steep climb through this boulder field. Essentially just following these very small cans here and a handful of trail markers. Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the top of Barn Bluff.
It is so pretty up here. What a climb. Back from Barn Bluff. Hammy and I have just had lunch at Waterfall Valley Huts. But before we head off the track to Lake Windermere, we have a little squiz around the old hut down here. Oh yeah? This is cozy. Very small though. Only what? 4 bunks? I mean, you double up in a pinch.
Spurred on by the stunning views from Barn Bluff, we made quick work of the gently undulating track leading to Lake Windermere.
Trying to just beat me at Scissor Rock. Loki got stitched. This guy, bro, unbelievable.
Hut number 2.
Now reunited with the other half of our gang, we got ready for another evening of hut-based merriment, which mostly involved meeting our fellow hikers and then challenging them to countless rounds of 500.
Hey guys, that wasn't bad.
There we go.
My success rate for how many
Took 3 people to look past in a pot. Scrambled.
Hey guys, one left.
Oh, we're in. We're on. We're so on. In with the trends.
One less,
You said clubs, mate.
Oh yeah.
You said clubs, mate.
280 in the first 3 rounds.
I was so ready to go. It's that baby.
I was so ready for clubs.
Who does that help? Not me.
I was so ready for clubs. Just for reference, this was the rest of my hand. I had an example in the bag.
I had nothing.
Right, third.
Like you cut Jeep. Transition.
Welcome to 2026. You know what? This is a great start to the year, but we do have a long walk ahead of us to the next hut.
Blue skies and gorgeous views welcomed our quartet into the new year, as we set about walking the longest stint of the Overland Track towards the Pelion Range. The kilometers passed by quickly, time seeming to fly by as we shared stories and jokes about life, the universe, and everything in between.
Great day on the New Year.
I know.
You guys specifically.
From us.
It's good.
The hat suits the Hawaiian.
Jono, I like it. Jono, oh, you walked in front of his camera.
I did.
You utter clown.
That's a great spot. Great angle.
Despite there being no big climbs, we all began to feel the effects of the summer sun now at its peak. Towards the end of the day's hike is Old Pelion Hut, a historic shelter used by hopeful copper miners. They didn't get so lucky with that endeavour, but luckily for us, there is a nearby watering hole that made for a perfect spot to cool down at.
Alright, sit rep. We've arrived at New Pelion Hut, but that is not the end of our day today. Habby and I, we're going up there to Mount Oakley.
There's one thing you should know about Hamilton. He likes to adopt the same mindset that Maverick has in Top Gun. Don't think, just do. Case in point, attempting our third major peak in as many days after already walking 18 kilometers.
This is a very steep climb. Oh, hello. I lose my balance.
This is also a very steep fall.
That is very true. Mount Oakley complete. So tomorrow we're heading up into the gap between the two hills there. There's 2 side treks. We're at least gonna do Mount Ossa. We may do Mount Pelion East, but I think for a couple minutes I'm just gonna admire this view. Australia really does have some amazing places in it. Goodbye, New Pelion Hut. Hello, Carawan, flying towards me.
3 days of hiking and a rough night at the hut had left us all feeling pretty groggy, unsure if it would be worth summiting Mount Ossa despite our enthusiasm to do so yesterday.
90 meters of elevation left.
Yeah.
Do we go down and then back up, or do we just go up and
we
then we're
get to
done?
the top of Pelion, and then that's the beginning of Ossa. Well, we walk to Ossa then.
Yeah, so Pelion Gap is like the junction.
How
It's-
far
it's
away is
similar
it from
vibes to Marion.
Kiora?
It's like another 4.5 k's.
But
To
that's
Kyoto.
Down.
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 Oh yeah. Ossa, I'm kind of down.
The opportunity to climb Tasmania's highest peak in pristine weather doesn't come too often, so all 4 of us decided to soldier on, leaving our packs at Pelion Gap to begin the slow, steep ascent to the top.
You're next.
Jeez, man, we're always just like going up then going down again, eh?
I know.
Look at this, like, what a waste of elevation, like, oh, I had to work so hard there.
Welcome to hiking.
Much to Dan's chagrin, we were about to go up very quickly, starting on another scramble over dolerite boulders and navigating around patches of snow.
Didn't see this coming. So we're gonna get up this snowbank to get to the top of Ossa. Welcome to the top of Tasmania. There is no place higher in this state.
After a picnic lunch and several rounds of 500, it seemed only fitting to don our rain jackets and throw a few snowballs at each other.
Take the GoPro out.
No!
That's such a bad throw.
Oh. Why am I so bad?
I got it.
I got the big Oh, no. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Jeez, how many have we thrown?
Back down at Pelion Gap. Would have loved to go up Pelion East, just out of the entrance today. So next stop, heading down the hill to Kiora Hut.
Yep, you heard that right. A Tasmanian hut with a very Kiwi sounding name. This area was once the home of a pioneer hunter by the name of Paddy Hartnett, who spent time working on farms in New Zealand. When he returned to Tassie, he named the creek next to the hut after the common Māori greeting.
Last day of walking on the Overland Track, but hopefully should be a fairly easy walk. No peaks today.
Except Duquesne's Gap.
That's not a peak.
Our first stop today was at Duquesne Hut, built in 1910 by Paddy to house the visitors he was guiding.
Slide it across and push.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. I really don't understand the wooden chimney. That's so dumb. Respectfully, guys.
In Paddy's day, visitors would be guided along a maze of old mining roads and stock trails to make the journey between Cradle Mountain and Lake St Clair. It wasn't until 1931 that the first rendition of the Overland Track was blazed by a local trapper named Bert Nichols, who for his work was paid the grand total of 8 shillings.
Last major climb on the Overland complete.
Slightly less auspicious than Pelion Gap.
Yeah.
This sign tells us that we're... Whoops.
Good job.
Tells us we're there. Whoa.
There it is. It just appears out of nowhere.
We pressed on past the hut that bears Bert's name, passing the time by quoting whatever viral videos popped into our heads.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know, Mom said if I wait for things, like good things will happen. And I got banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. Like there's so many bad things in this world, man. Like skunks, dude. Hell no. Like scratching your eye and it's still itchy? Hell no. Like cops? Hell no. But banana bread at work? Hell yeah.
Chicken noodles. We just dump out all of our food onto the table.
I have wraps and 2 minute noodles left, period.
I want my mee goreng. That is.
After 5 wonderful days, the end of our adventure was now in sight, with the last hurdle being crossing the Narcissus River.
Hello.
Hello.
Us! Choose your character!
I've been finding my bag.
I'm really hoping I don't have to go to the bathroom tonight. Yeah!
I'll help you step up. Hang on. It's not happening. It's not happening.
To reach the far end of the lake, overland hikers have 2 options: walk or ferry. Guess which one we took? Once we were properly fed on the first real food we'd seen since night 1, we farewelled the Tasmanian highlands and boarded a shuttle back to Launceston. Sadly, the following day my time in Tassie came to an end, saying goodbye to the wonderful friends I had the pleasure of spending the last week with. My inspiration for this trip was the desire to share my passion for multi-day hiking with people who may not have experienced this sort of thing before. The well-built trails, excellent facilities, and the stunning views of the Overland Track made it the perfect candidate for such an expedition, and it had blown away all my expectations. Safe to say, I am now really excited to explore more of my country's southernmost state in the future.
Oh, hello. Why is it so hot? I don't like it.
It's not Tasmania, darling, that's why.